How you guys doing? This is Derek with BLUM Woodworking. Previously, I've done a video on some of the BLUM hinges that they have. And in this video, I want to be showing you a newer hinge that came out. I want to say it was like a year ago. But I want to be going over this one because it replaces this and it is much better. But also, another hinge that I didn't have with me in the shop when I did that video is this hinge right here. Now, all of these are soft close. They do sell versions that aren't. I would always recommend getting the soft close version, but this is a hinge and plate. I'm gonna take off the hinge. This, see it's got this weird little swoop here. This is considered a half crank. Now, they have a full crank. This is their straight. I don't know if they call it a straight shank or just a straight hinge, but you can see how that's straight. And that has that swoop to it, which is the half crank. Now, this is a really funky looking plate. Now, what this does, this actually fastens on to the back of the face frame. And I'll show you, hopefully I'll be able to show you a little bit better of a close-up to this plate being mounted. But the combination of this plate and the half crank is gonna be your inset hinge. You can kind of see it here where you have your face frame would be here and then your door would be there. So this is gonna be your combination of an inset hinge, and hopefully I'll be able to show you a closer up of this because I'm gonna be using this coming up. Now, we already did the straight shank with I keep calling it a straight shank, but I think it's just a straight 110 degree hinge with the plate. Already kind of covered that, but this is what I would refer to as half-inch overlay, and I love this hinge right here. Now, the main part of the video here, this hinge is a full overlay hinge, which is also known as half-inch overlay. Now, what they came out with is this is essentially the same exact thing with one extra feature, and that extra feature is it actually comes off of the plate. Now, it's kind of hard to do when it's not mounted, as I'm gonna struggle with this. It's a lot easier to do when it's screwed into a cabinet because the plate is like, it's just this little metal piece right here. So when it's not mounted to a cabinet, you're trying to pull this plate out of the inside of there. And it's very similar to how these hinges operate, where you just slide in the front first. So when you're going to put it on your cabinet, you slide this in and then you click the back. So this slides right in there. Can't see it. And then it clips in. Man, it is so much easier to do this on a cabinet. But you guys are gonna get the idea. Wait, there we go. So you can see that plate back in there. It kind of just fits right in there. Now, the adjustments are gonna be pretty similar. Actually, so the adjustments, this hinge right here does have an up and down. This just has a slot so that you can loosen it and slide it up or down. What's nice is these do have your actual up and down adjustments. That is the only real difference in adjustments. This still has the in and out, and then right on the face, just like the old, it has this right here to move your door out and back in. So all the adjustments are still very similar, but just that feature to be able to disconnect your door. Now, some people might not realize how useful that is, but when we're installing it into a whole kitchen, and you have like two wall cabinets that go together, right? And say both of them are double doors, so there's two hinge sides, you can't clamp those cabinets together and fasten them easily. So what we would have to do is we would literally unscrew the door from these two things right here. We'd unscrew the door, remove the door from both cabinets, have to remember where they go, which you always have to do that anyways, and then fasten them together, fasten it to the wall, and then you have to screw the door back on. Now, what we can do now is just unclip it, set it aside, still keep track of where it goes, but then you can just clip it back on. We always do that with this hinge because this hinge is the same deal where it has a plate and then the hinge, and then you just clip that back on. This is much easier to do than when it's, you can do this one on or off the cabinet. This one is actually still kind of annoying how tricky that is. I think it's because you have to pull it and then go up. And there we go. It doesn't have as nice of a click as this hinge. This, it kind of clicks and it kind of has that like pleasing sound. I don't know, I like it. This one, it doesn't really, but I will tell you the fact that this has a plate. It is tiny, but super useful. Now, these came out, and they're not super recent. It was about a year ago or something like that, but when they first came out, the price was a lot higher than what it is now, I guess. This is what I heard from my sales guy. Not a lot of people were buying them because the price was so high, but they recently came down, and so now the price of this one is similar to this. So I don't know why you would buy the one without the plate. I don't know why I have for the past year. I didn't actually know this existed. And so now that I know, I'm definitely not getting this thing anymore. I'd throw it, but I don't feel like going and finding it and picking it back up. So I would definitely recommend doing the clip-on style hinge. And I'll try to post the links to these down in the description. I'll try to find another supplier that you guys can buy off of. Mine you can't really buy off of unless you have an account. So I'll find one. I think cabinetparts.com sells a lot of these BLUM hinges, but you can get them all over the place. These half crank and this plate here is actually kind of tricky because they have a couple different style plates that look similar but aren't this one. So I'll try to post all these things down in the description. There's another combination. I'm going to touch on it, but I don't have the other piece right here. But there is a way to get this straight hinge in a full, or in an inset as well, but you'd have to be frameless. They make a flat plate with a really large build out here, and that would make it inset. But I'm just going to touch on that for a second. If you guys actually want me to make a video of that, let me know, and I'll pull out one of the plates and I'll make a full video on that. But altogether, this is going to be your inset hinge and plate. One of the pro tips to this is leave the back off your cabinet leave the back off your cabinet, make sure all your doors and everything are mounted, then put the backs on, because this hinge, like I said before, actually gets mounted to the back of the face frame. So if this is the face frame, and I'm looking at it, you can see the holes go this way. Obviously, that's going to be tricky to get your drill all the way in the inside of the cabinet. You can do it, but it'd be much easier if the door was off, and also if you had an extra person. Those would be very tricky to do on your own. So you can see here, I had to do a groove, and the fact that these hinges all get screwed this way into the backside of the face frame. So that is kind of where it's a little bit different than a standard hinge, obviously, because now you're screwing, instead of into the face frame this way, you're screwing into the face frame that way. So it can be a little bit more challenging. What I would recommend too, if you can, is like you saw with this cabinet here, I left the back off. That is just gonna be so much easier to mount these rather than trying to reach around while somebody's holding the door and do that whole ordeal. So it's a little bit more challenging, but it'd be a lot easier if you didn't have to do the groove. But that is how these inset hinges mount. And they are also soft close. One thing to note is you always need to make sure that you have a block so that your doors hit when doing inset. If you're not doing inset, you don't need that block. But if you are, you definitely need something for that door to set on, rest on, and that also makes it flush on the outside too. So that's going to conclude this video. I really mainly wanted to go over this new style hinge right there. I ended up talking a lot about different hinges and an inset hinge as well. But the main point of this video was this new hinge here. They do have this in 1.5" overlay, which is full overlay. They have an 1.25" overlay, and they also have it in a 1/2 overlay. But like I always recommend people, if you're going to do 1/2" overlay, do this combination instead. This isn't worth it. This combination is way better. The adjustability of this is way more than this, probably double if not more. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have any questions about hinges or BLUM hinges. I can pretty much get anything, so if you guys were wondering how something works or anything like that, I could always get one and show you guys that. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and like and subscribe.